Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Faizan Ali Softwarewala and I'm a level 1 student at Rehan School, Islamabad campus. So viewers, today I'm here with a new Maya. So today's Maya topic is how do clouds form and why do they bring rain? Ask the Maya for some questions.
What's that?
Okay, so my first question from you is what are clouds made of? How does water vapor get into the air? And what role the sun play in a cloud formation? And how does evaporation help create clouds? So please give me a very interesting answer on this topic. I'm waiting for your interesting answers. Let's start.
All right, that's quite a few questions wrapped into one. Basically, clouds are of red pepper. They're actually made of tiny droplets or ice crystals floating in the air. Separates from places like lakes, rivers, oceans, even puddles on the ground, basically anywhere there's liquid water. That evaporation turns the water into water vapor. Rises because warm air rises. As that warm, moist air rises, it gets colder. Cold air can't hold as much water vapor, so some of that vapor condenses back into tiny liquid water droplets or ice crystals around tiny particles in the air, like dust, pollen, or even tiny bits of pollution. These particles are like seeds for cloud droplets to form around. Millions of these droplets or ice crystals clump together and become visible as clouds. As for blocking the sun, well, clouds do that. The thicker the cloud and the more water ice it contains, the less sunlight gets through. Evaporation creates clouds by providing the moisture, and cooling temperatures cause the water vapor to condense and form those droplets and ice crystals we see as clouds. It's this whole cycle: evaporation, condensation, precipitation that keeps water moving around the planet. Pretty neat, huh?
Okay,
You
so
still there?
Maya, my next question from you is why does warm air is rise in the atmosphere? So please give me a very interesting answer on this topic. So let's start your answer.
So why does warm air rise? It all comes down to density. Think of it like this. Warm air molecules are more energetic and bounce around more vigorously, spreading out and becoming less dense. Colder air molecules are slower moving, packed closer to air. Air is less dense, lighter than warmer, less above the denser, older air. That rising warm air creates an area of lower pressure, but pull more warm air from around it, continuing that upward flow. It's this constant movement driven by temperature differences that creates wind and weather patterns. The sun heats different parts of the earth unevenly. Some areas warm up faster than others, and that uneven heating is the whole.
Okay,
Everything okay?
so Maya, my next question from you is what happens to air when it rises higher into the sky? What happens to air when it rises higher to in the sky? So please give me a very interesting answer on this topic. So let's start.
I think I understand the question better. And like, if we rose further away from the sun, that would be pretty dramatic. The biggest effect would be a massive drop in temperature. The sun's warmth travels through space to reach us, and the farther away we got, the weaker that warmth would become. We're talking a planetary ice age that would likely make the atmosphere would collapse. The Earth also orbits the sun in a very specific way, and moving outside that natural orbit would throw everything off balance. It's from more dangerous parts of the. You good?
droplets. So please give me answer on this topic. So I'm waiting for your interesting answers. Let's start.
Right. So that's condensation action. Remember how we talked about warm air holding more water vapor than cold air? Well, when warm, moist air rises, it cools as it gets higher in the atmosphere. As that air cools down, its ability to hold water vapor decreases, kind of gets full up. Okay, sorry about that pause. Let me dive deeper. Here's where things get cool. Uh, uh,
Okay, so you was having any network issue. So I again joined the Maya to my stream. So let's start and continue our Maya.
Hi, what's up?
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is what is condensation and why is it important for clouds? So please give me an interesting answer on this topic and all your
Condensation.
long and interesting answers. Let's start.
Got it. So basically, condensation is what happens when water vapor in the air cools down and turns back into liquid, like water droplets forming on the outside of the glass, right? That's condensation. In the atmosphere, when moist air cools, that water vapor can't stand water droplets or even ice crystals. These droplets clump together, and that's what forms clouds. Here's why it's important there'd be no cloud at all. No clouds mean no rain or snow. It's how water gets from the air back to the ground, keeping rivers flowing, plants growing, and everything else alive. Pretty crucial stuff.
Next, say answer though.
Sure, go ahead. I did give you the correct answer. Condensation is the process where water vapor turns into liquid water, and it's what forms clouds because water vapor cools clumps together. What part was unclear or incorrect about that explanation? Hey there.
Look white or gray, and why are some clouds higher than others? So please give me a very interesting answer on this topic and very clearly answer and very meaningful. So let's start your answer.
Okay, here's the breakdown. Clouds look white or based on how sunlight interacts with their water bits or ice crystals. When sunlight hits clouds, all the colors of light get
Okay, so hello Maya. Maya. Thanks. Call. I would like to call Microsoft Copilot. So call it. So I want to stop this, Maya. Wait, wait for a few minutes. Network issue is resolved.